Water and Garri narrates the story of Ashia, a young girl on a path to finding her destiny in life. The movie opens with a scene where a young man is being chased around in the night in a slummy area, and after running in through the nooks and crannies of the streets, he ends up being shot. The narrator, Ashia, tells us not to pity him because he has met his karma for killing her brother. Ashia had a successful career as a fashion designer in Los Angeles, but she received a skeptical call from her cousin, Stephannie, who broke the news that she lost her brother Niyi. 3 months later, Ashia had to return to the Eastside, where she was raised by her grandmother, Yemi, alongside her brother, Ayomide. Returning to Eastside wasn't easy for Ashia, as almost everything seems to have changed since she departed 10 years ago. Upon returning to Eastside with all her childhood memories, the loss of her grandmother, the childhood of growing up with her brother Mide, and her love journey with Kay as a teenage girl. She reunites with Kay, her teenage lover, who is now the head of the gang terrorizing the entire Eastside. Their love sparkles again, and he shows her the whole city, riding her downtown on his bike. Unfortunately, their supposed reunion flickers as Kay encounters and challenges a young man whom he perceives to be an opposition or a threat. The night did not end well for the lovebird, but as she grapples with her love affair with Kay, would her return to Eastside make any difference in her life? Character analysis. Water and Garri features Tiwa in the lead role as Aisha, a thriving fashion designer, supported by actors such as Mike Afolarin from Far From Home, Andrew Bunton of Dynamite fame, and Jemima Osund, known for her role in New Money. Directed by Meji Alabi, the film boasts a soundtrack enriched by the musical talents of Ira Star, Black Sherif, Olamide, and Young John. Tiwa's talent is undeniable, and her captivates hearts worldwide. However, her foray into acting in Water and Garri left much to be desired. While her inherent charm is evident in music, it didn't quite hit the mark in acting. Despite her lovable charm, her portrayal of Aisha lacked the depth and finesse the character demanded. On the other hand, Andrew Bunton's performance didn't favor the film. He stumbled over his lines and couldn't quite muster the charisma needed for his character, Kay, leaving his acting flat. Bunton's performance felt stagnant, failing to inject the necessary energy and charisma into his role. Consequently, the overall impact of his acting left viewers wanting, unable to engage with the character's journey fully. Movie analysis. Tiwa embarked on producing the movie to unveil the inspiration behind her album title, Water and Garri. However, after 80 minutes of vivid visuals, lackluster storytelling, a predictable soundtrack, and flat acting, I scratched my head, unable to grasp the movie's essence. The very first scene of Kay running from an unseen chaser, but later being shot, had some intrigues that could keep the audience longing for more. But 5 minutes into the movie or less, the audience loses appetite in the movie because the film lacks the necessary elements to keep anyone spellbound. While Water and Garri may be a generic phrase in Nigeria, the movie's concept, theme, and values seem far-fetched. Although there are no laid-down rules to filmmaking, there are scenes to filmmaking, and the cardinal sin is for a film to be boring. In this movie, Garri and Water, as generic as it may be, loses its taste. The movie suffered several unforgivable sins. For instance, there is no connection between the first scene and the last scene, despite both scenes narrating the same thing. In the first scene, we get the idea that Kay was chased, and after so much hide and seek, he was later shot. But in the last scene, he had just ridden down from his bike when he was unprecedentedly shot. An honest review of Tiwa Savage's debut film, Water and Garri. Unless you've been residing underneath a rock, you've probably heard approximately Tiwa Savage's debut film, Water and Garri. But if you're simply tuning in, don't worry, I'm here to deliver you up to the mark. Tiwa Savage has been making waves with massive press coverage up to and following the movie's release, piquing all and sundry's interest. She turned into now not only part of the manufacturing, however she also played the lead position in the movie. Officially launched on Sunday, May 12th, on Prime Video, the film has since garnered a range of reviews online, with evaluations frequently tied to perceptions of the musician herself. Yet, amidst the buzz, I watched it and I want to offer an honest review that will help you determine whether Water and Garri is without a doubt worth its ovations. Approximately the Water and Garri movie without spoilers. Don't fear. In Water and Garri, each frame bursts with colorful hues, efficaciously shooting and improving the vintage Ghanaian town it turned into the shot. Alabi's information shines through in his portrayal of darkish pores and skin tones, emphasizing their rich colors and textures. The cinematography within the film is remarkable, a testament to Alabi's talent and finesse. It's like a chef's kiss to the eyes. Tiwa stated in several interviews that the task started as a quick film earlier than evolving right into a function period production. I believe it would have been higher off as a quick movie. Officially released on Sunday, May 12th, on Prime Video, the film has seen garnered several online, with opinions regularly tied to perceptions of the musician herself. Yet, amidst the excitement, I watched it and I want to provide a sincere evaluation that will help you decide whether or not Water and Garri is virtually worth your time. The beautiful cinematography in Water and Garri. The movie was helmed with the aid of the famous director Meji Alabi, who introduced his signature aptitude to the screen, just like he does with his track films. While the storyline turned into compelling, it may have been correctly conveyed in below 30 minutes. The rest of the film felt padded with filler scenes, particularly these montages that made the film appear like a track video. They were likely a nod to the director's background but had been the really important. No, I don't suppose so. The film simply appeared in instances to be prioritizing visual spectacle over advancing the narrative. The Nigerian and Ghanaian combo. Officially launched on Sunday, May 12th, on Prime Video, the film has garnered a range of opinions online, with evaluations frequently tied to perceptions of the musician herself. Yet, amidst the buzz, I watched it and I want to offer an honest overview that will help you determine whether Water and Garri is truly really worth a while. The film is set inside the fictional city of Eastside, a melting pot of various cultures and languages, presenting each Nigerian and Ghanaian. Officially released on Sunday, May 12th, on Prime Video, the movie has in view that garnered various critiques online, with critiques regularly tied to perceptions of the musician herself. Yet, amidst the thrill, I watched it and I want to offer a sincere evaluation to help you determine whether Water and Garri is worth a while. Here are my observations. Approximately the Water and Garri movie without spoilers. Don't worry. The Nigerian and Ghanaian combo. The narrative is ready inside the fictional metropolis of Eastside, a melting pot of numerous cultures and languages, proposing each Nigerians and Ghanaians. The chemistry between Ashia, played by Tiwa Savage, and K, performed by way of Andrew Bunton, became charming. You could reduce the sexual tension among them with a knife. It's arguably the quality depiction of such chemistry I've seen in Nollywood manufacturing. While their cutting could have benefited from in addition improvement, the glimpses we did get left us looking more. Thanks for watching. Please, subscribe to my channel.